Would you rather go back in time, really think about it, and be able to fix all your mistakes, or instantly receive $1 million? 800-682-1075. Let's go to Clay. Would you rather go back in time and fix all your mistakes or instantly receive $1 million?
I'm going to have to say fork over that $1 million.
Okay, so you're good with all your mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a mortgage to pay. I got a kid on the way. Forget my mistakes. I'm in the now. I need the money.
Okay.
That's
I'm
right.
going to
Eyes
just give that
forward.
money over.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's go to Debbie. Debbie, would you rather go back in time to fix all your mistakes or receive $1 million instantly?
I'll receive $1 million instantly, without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay. So no
I'm
regrets
60,
in your past.
Do what?
You have no regrets in the past.
Oh, God, yes. But I'm 60 years old, and my mistakes have made me the person I am. I think you make mistakes, and as long as you learn from them and learn something from them, then, they're mistakes worth making. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. God knows I'm not. But, yes, $1 million. Like I said, the mistakes have made me the person I am. I've learned from them.
You weigh the regret, and then you look at the million and you think, I could go on a really nice vacation with that. What regret? I got no regrets.
Are you kidding me?
Short-sighted there, but yeah.
Yes.
It's not like I've done some things I shouldn't have done, but I hadn't murdered anybody, or I hadn't,
Well, that's
See,
good.
You
like
weigh
that.
it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's good. Good thing you haven't murdered yet. All right, Debbie, thank you.
Exactly. I mean, not yet. I've thought about it, but I haven't done it yet.
You have time. Thank you so much. Let's go to AML Jose. Jose, would you rather go back in time and fix all your mistakes or receive $1 million instantly?
Hey, Jared, how are you doing? I love you, man. I'm going to take the $1 million, and I'm just going to hang out with Jared all day. And I'm going to shoot my shot right now. Do you want to go out on a little date, maybe to the Tar Heels game or something?
Well, Jose, I need time to heal, but I appreciate it.
And you don't have the million yet, so he's not interested.
Yeah. Now, if you got free tickets, I might go with you.
Okay.
But hey, I appreciate you shooting your shot. I know it takes courage.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Jose. Appreciate it. I'll go. I mean, if you really think about fixing all your, it doesn't mean getting rid of people or anything, but fixing your mistakes, the pain, the trauma, the things that have maybe caused your life to, I like to say, you get behind the 8 ball with certain things. And, then it snowball effects. It gets worse and worse. Or not worse and worse. It gets harder and harder because
You're
of
under
mistakes.
and under.
Mistakes, or maybe mistakes other people made. I'm kind of putting everything. You can fix all your mistakes. I'm including other people's mistakes to you, everything. I would take the $1 million. Anyway.
This dude says he wouldn't take the mill, he's a liar.
That's called the misdirect.
Yeah.
I would take the $1 million.
100%. There would be absolutely no question I'd take the $1 million immediately.
Okay.
I don't. I'm not saying that I haven't made mistakes. I'm not saying that I haven't caused pain or that I haven't experienced pain or I don't have any regrets. Sure, we all do. But $1 million over going back, no.
Yeah, I should have lowered it to 10,000 for this segment. Then
Still
I think
I would still take 10,000.
No, that's different.
10,000?
10,000 or fix all my. I would fix my mistakes.
Okay, well, I guess we all have
That's a difference.
different. We got different lifestyles.
Yeah.
It's funny to me. Katie would just take $10,000 and fix all the pain she would have caused for the people in the past, but she won't pose naked for $10,000 or $10 million. That's crazy.
I cannot do that.
That's an interesting point.
It's my self-esteem. No.
Jason Goodman, my fellow friend that's been really beat up off the air.
Please don't forget that he was just verbally eviscerating you on the air.
I'm not
Not in a
forgetting.
bad way.
I forget nothing.
Not in a bad way.
Katie,
bad
I
way.
forget nothing except for everything I do every single day.
Yeah,
But,
right.
yeah.
Well, yeah, this is a tough one because I'm weighing the money, and part of me feels as though on one angle that if you fixed a lot of the mistakes that I've made in my past, I feel I would probably have more money than $1 million, and that's the truth.
Oh.
However, I do struggle with a lot of guilt with things I've done in the past to people, even to family members, to the way I've come across, to the way my thinking was, and even in some instances, raising kids. I feel as like I wasn't the best dad. I'm trying to even be a better dad to Everly, and Landon was like kind of almost not a trial, but I felt I could have changed and done things differently with him, and hopefully that reflects with Everly, who now is 6, Landon's 16. So I have a lot of that always weighing back and forth on me. So I would definitely fix the mistake.
I shouldn't do this. I don't like to waffle. I'm going to go back in time and fix because you actually convinced me because I thought about, you go through divorces and stuff. It's expensive. Both people lose out, but you lose out on a house and forward momentum with 401ks and all this stuff. I wouldn't be a millionaire, but I think over time, by the time I come to the end of my life, what I'm saying now is I'm going to retire, if at all, much later than I would have if none of those things happened. So I'm back in time.
All right.
I'm going back in time to change my answer from 2 minutes ago. And we know what Katie said.
Yeah.
Matt.
Money. Not even close.
Wow.
Because Matt probably didn't make a lot of mistakes.
I definitely have made mistakes, but they've put me where I am today. I wouldn't be where I am had I not made those mistakes. I learned from them, and with $1 million, if I really screwed you over, I'll buy you something.
Yeah.
We'll get over it.
And I think, before his radio name was changed, he might have said something different. But now that his radio name's changed, he has nothing. He has nothing.
Well, that wasn't. But that
nothing held
wasn't
over his head.
But
If you'd
that
have paid me $1
wasn't.
million, you'd call me whatever the hell you want.
That's the truth for me, too.
What if we
True.
pay you a cool $20,000 a year
That's where we
before
started.
taxes? All right, Squid, what would you do?
I think I'm more with Jason on this one. I think that if I could go back, and I think mistakes
shocking.
aren't necessarily like things that are more like morally wrong that I did, but things I just would have done differently.
Oh, yeah.
In hindsight,
Good point.
You
like-
consider that a mistake?
a mistake.
I didn't start my 401k, for example, until I was in my mid-20s. That's a big mistake.
But did you know about it and then you just chose not to?
It was
Or
just
were
not
you
even being
just like-
educated. Like, I just wish I'd heard of it, but I just didn't think. Oh, well, I'm working at, I'm in college, so I'm working part-time. I didn't even think about it.
But that wasn't
Yeah.
something that you actively chose
I heard about
not
it
to do.
Well, I heard about it. I just didn't think. Well, I just thought, I want my paycheck to be more. I didn't really understand it.
Like, I'm not going to
You-
do
you-
that. That's money out of my paycheck.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it could be considered a mistake starting so late. That was a
Yeah,
mistake. I
that was
started
a
so
mistake.
late.
okay.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's how I view it, and I think if I could do that, I think yes, I would have more than $1 million. I think at this point in my life, I think I would. I'd like to think I would. And B, like they say, like, well, I think one of the callers said you learn so much, and you learn so much through your mistakes, and like I've already learned through them. So if I can go back and perfect perfect my life and not have to quote unquote go through that experience, instead I would just make the right decision. Like I feel like my life would be exponentially like better than
Well,
it
they
is
do
now.
say that the most successful people are not afraid of failure, and they actually take that failure and learn from it and make it even better. So that is a very good point.
And then 99.9%, the rest of us just keep making the same mistakes.
Oh, we're fearful. We are
Fear,
fearful.
Yes. I think most of my mistakes were born out of fear.
Absolutely, 100%.
Or mistakes that I maybe allowed people to do to me, or let them continue, was because I was fearful. Like, well, what if I say something? I'm gonna rock the boat. What about this? Will they not like? Not just relationships, just anything. At work, what if I ask for too much during this negotiation? Are they gonna think I'm stupid? Or should I take this other job? It's a risk. Yeah, it's a lot of fear. Let's go to Zach. What would you rather do? Receive $1 million instantly, or go back in time to fix your mistakes?
I'm a betting man, so I would go back in time and make some better betting decisions on football teams. I'm pretty sure. I'd maybe be close to a millionaire if I made some better betting choices.
Okay.
But,
Nice.
yeah,
All right, Zach.
maybe I'd make more. I don't know.
Good perspective. Thank you.
You
I
go
mean,
back and fix
technically,
betting.
that is a mistake if you bet on the wrong team. So if you could fix that.
Now, Matt, you want to change your?
Yeah, because I would have over $1 million. There's no doubt. This is the whole Back to the Future theory.
I'm the only one.
You're the only one.
I'm the only one.
But here's the thing:
Yeah.
in that particular case about teams, you're never still going to know the outcome. You're talking about clear mistakes that you did that would have been benefited you. For instance, when for even on Squid's thing, when he had all that Dogecoin, and we were saying, I remember specifically telling him in the office,
Yes.
just take out half. The mistake was not listening,
Well,
right?
and even
Something like
so,
that. Not that he knew it was going to happen.
Squid told us about Dogecoin.
There you go.
And we said, I'm not going to invest into a dog coin.
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
Yeah.
And if we would have done what he did, we at least had a chance to make a lot of money.
Well, and Jason, to your point where you say, well, he didn't listen to me. He didn't Yeah, in
No, he didn't listen.
hindsight, but in hindsight, he knows now that, oh, yeah, I should have listened. But really, he told you about it.
Yeah.
And so then to be like, well, Jason knows that. What if that was a huge
I'm not saying
mistake?
Jason
So
knows.
it's like,
But
it's just
yeah,
in
that's
I see what you're saying.
hindsight.
It's different in this sense, Katie. I see what you're saying, but it's different in this sense. He was speculative of the Dogecoin that no one knew what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
He concretely had what, $70,000?
Yeah, something like that.
So he had it in his bank account, and he actually got wise advice. At least take half of that out. Just take half of it out.
Yeah.
So that's something he could.
And the reason for that is because we know in general having that big of a increase in money is very rare and not heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Just like it's almost winning the lottery. So in essence, he almost won the lottery. That's why I'm saying, hey, if you take half out, at least you'll always have this, and then risk the other part. So I'm not saying that I knew. I just knew in general at that point, this is the more of the safest and better bet to do in the course of history of time and investment.
Yeah, it just seems that a lot of this is based on hindsight. When we're actively making our decisions, we don't know, I would say most of the time, that it is a mistake. We only know because it didn't work out for us.
For sure.
That's
And
true.
so we
but,
don't.
But there's also things that you do, and that while you're doing, you're like, this is wrong.
What, that's
Yeah.
what, so I guess maybe that's how I'm viewing it.
Yeah, sure.
Is that like actively, like my
oh.
regrets would be, I know actively right now as I'm making this decision, this is benefiting nobody but me.
Right.
And so would I take those back? No, I don't. No, I
Because of the money.
decided to make it.
But I mean,
decided,
you just say there's no money involved, not to switch the subject.
I don't think there's not a whole lot that I would go back. I mean, I know for some reason you don't like, because I see your facial expressions when people say, well, it led me to where I am now.
There's truth to that.
I do absolutely believe in that.
But also,
I
don't like people say, I wouldn't change anything. You wouldn't?
Well, I don't,
I think
because
I mean,
That's funny because I don't even like who I am now.
I don't either.
So that's why I want to change the mistakes.
But I do like where I am now, and that is with my husband and with my children and with
just
my
throw it in
mom
our
and dad
faces.
and with my, you know what I mean? Like this is where I am. And so would I go? I don't know what I would go
but
back
let's
and
say
fix.
if you knew that you caused somebody harm,
but I
why
don't
wouldn't
know
you go,
that I don't. I really actively
like on
try.
your, for example, on your prom thing.
Nope.
You wouldn't change that.
No, because I actively made that
But you
decision
knew
as
at
it
the
was
time.
happening.
You knew at the time it was wrong, though.
I don't
Sleeping
think
with
it's wrong.
somebody
It
who
was-
wasn't your date.
It wasn't my date. I just because I was his date does not mean that I signed up to sleep with him at the end
No,
of
but
the
you said it
night.
was somebody else.
Right, who also just went with a friend to
Okay,
prom.
all right, I'm
So
just-
no, I would not. I would not change that at all.
Yeah.
It is
Okay.
not one bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to Chris. Would you go back in time and change your mistakes, or would you receive $1 million instantly?
Well, first, Katie's got been pimping, so she don't need the money.
But I took it.
She
But I'm
took it
taking
anyway.
it.
Well, you need to treat Ben.
All right. So what would you do?
I'm going back in time. I feel like I'd be richer in a sense if I could go back and change a few things.
Okay. Thank you. The men maybe are just split on this. Like
I
men are
guess
all
so,
saying
yeah,
the same.
yeah.
All the women said money, and all the men. I'm actually surprised, and I did initially too. Brandon, what would you do? Go back in time or receive the $100 million or the $1 million instantly?
Yes, I would definitely go back in time. And I want to say congratulations to the, I think it was the first caller that has a new baby on the way. Congratulations. That's great. Being a father, that's awesome.
That's sweet.
Yeah, righting the wrongs and the hurt, the pain, and the investments that could have been made that would have been well over $1 million by now. That's more than $1 million can even touch. So yeah, definitely get back in time and right the wrongs.
All right, thank you. Now, if we're talking about $100 million, I don't care about anything I did.
No.
Yeah.
Let's
I
move
was an
forward.
angel.
I'd be
100 million.
Who gives a crap?
Yeah.
All right, I would say, and I have always thought this, but you know how when stuff happens to you, it becomes more real.
Yes.
But I've been aware enough. I have well, not at this point, but I've had a daughter. I have a daughter. I have a mom. I have,
Your sister.
sister. I've been married before and all this stuff. I have a whole new appreciation for what women go through at the gynecologist.
Really?
Did you go
What?
for the first time,
I
Jared?
did, and it hurt.
Gosh.
Get your pap smear.
That was a really big step for you.
They're like, your downstairs area looks different from everyone else. I'm like, just touch it. No.
Okay, that should go on your list of regrets.
No, take the gloves off. No. Like, sir, I'm not a proctologist. Don't judge me. No, there's something that is similar, somewhat similar, but I wasn't expecting it. I was at an appointment, and then something happened that I was not prepared for, and I felt so embarrassed.
Oh, wow.
So embarrassed. And I actually left, and I was already depressed yesterday. I just left, and I was like, should I just drive into the side of this building?
Stop
No,
it.
I'm kidding. I should. No.
Stop that.
But my car, it has sensors on it. It would stop it.
Foiled again.
Jared, if you could go back in time, would you redo that whole Tesla thing?
No.
It's broken down twice.
No.
Yep.
The battery ran out.
Also, have you run into something recently? Because the whole side of your car is black.
It was self-driving, Katie.
Uh-huh.
Were you not here that day?
No.
I told it.
Oh, you hit the cones?
Oh,
yeah,
you did?
self-driving. I hit some construction barrels. Anyway.
And you still wouldn't get rid of it.
No, because
Okay.
it's like saying if you run out of gas, would you get rid of your car? No.
But no.
I understand it better.
Okay. Sure.
Well, I got a flat tire once and then ran out of battery once. So you get a flat tire on your car, you're not going to get rid of it.
Well, the one thing is you can change the tire a lot easier, apparently, with a regular car. But
That's
that's
Than
true.
having to buy two at one time
Yes.
and call Apple.
But there's a million things that I would change
okay.
other than that. Trust me, I have
Got
a
it.
million regrets.